If I asked you to tell me about yourself, about who you are, what would you tell me? Would you tell me the color of your hair, your favorite song, your hobbies, who raised you, what town you grew up in, the schools you went to, or your profession? Or would you tell me about the God you prayed to, the language your grandparents spoke, the holidays you celebrate, your country of origin, the color of your skin? Would you tell me who you truly are? Let me tell you who we truly are. My English name is Daunnette Moniz-Reyome. I am 17 years old and I live on the Omaha Indian Reservation. I wanted to make this film to show the beautiful side of us.
Hey, just be doing that! Don't look over here!
To show people that I'm extremely proud of where I come from, what I come from. I wanted to make this film because I wanted people to see and to hear and to know what we go through, what it's caused by, and how we overcome it. We're going to Hawate's gift shop to prepare for my feathering ceremony that takes place on Thursday, the first day of Powwow. And basically a feathering ceremony is kind of like your rite of passage into the arena. Alton's the one that's making my centerpiece that I'm getting feathered with.
Yeah, I know her mother. We went to school together, so everybody knows each other. There's always a connection. When are you getting feathered?
On Thursday?
Thursday?
At 1.
Thursday at 1.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Just talking about it, it makes me really excited.
You know, feathers, people just don't put them on. Mm-hmm. They can't just wear them, or, you know, just out of novelty or whatever. They gotta earn the right, or they're given the authority to wear an eagle feather. To a veteran, eagle feathers represent fallen soldiers. You know, so if you were to drop a feather, you know, a veteran is the one that has to come in and pick it up. And if he wants to give it back to you, he can, or if he wants to keep it, he can.
Thanks for sharing that.
Yep.
Life in Walthill is slow. We don't have all types of activities for the youth to participate in, or we don't have a bunch of job opportunities that the adults can apply for. If I'm being completely honest, we struggle here. It is a beautiful place when you're seeing the right parts, but when you live here and this is your day-to-day life, it drains you. It really does. I see not only my family members, but people in this community, people in our tribe, not treating themselves as the powerful and strong people that we once were. Our people didn't drink every day. Our people didn't do drugs. Our people didn't live like that. It hurts. My parents didn't grow up being taught our ways of life, but they've always supported my interest in it, and they encouraged me to advocate for it in my modeling work.
2, 3.
She gets shaky
4.
after 5. Google what's after 6. 7.
Shh! Be quiet!
This is how you get them going. See, they're up now.
She was always performing for us when she was little, with her little microphone and her wig.
Yeah, she used to make her brothers and sisters sit there and watch while she would sing. They were her audience.
So this is like her very first professional photo shoot. This one is.
This is the May issue of Teen Vogue back in 2016. This is the first time my face ever went public like this. And then my grandma and grandpa, his mom and dad, went and bought like 17 copies.
For this shoot, actually, we drove 16 hours and dropped off our boys, slept for an hour, and then drove into New York City. That's just what I'm willing to sacrifice to make sure that my kids are successful.
I mean, when she did Teen Vogue, we were getting comments from like all the elders throughout the country. We've been waiting for this. Where has this been? It's beautiful. I love this.
There were even people that were like thanking Teen Vogue for finally putting an Indigenous person in a major magazine.
I went to speak to Shelby, who will give me my feather at the feathering ceremony, and she is also making my dress for Powwow.
You want the zipper in the front or the back?
That star's in the back, huh?
Oh yeah, it'll be in the front. Never mind.
Yeah.
So this will be the skirt. This is the vision here, if you wanna.
Real great artist.
I tried. I was in Iraq in 2003, 2004 during the invasion. I was a truck driver in the Army. When I joined the Army, I was a single mom of those 2 children right there. So I was diagnosed with PTSD in 2006. And I didn't know I had PTSD. Didn't realize that I was going through a lot of things that I didn't understand. You know, I didn't understand why I was so angry. I didn't understand why nobody understood me. And I was angry. And, you know, I turned to, you know, alcohol. It was bad. And then eventually I realized, you know, I didn't want to be that kind of person. I needed help. And it was hard for me to ask for help.
Do you want to talk about how you use making your regalia, or doing your beadwork, or even just smudging, like how it helps you heal from your PTSD?
I prayed and I smudged and I tried to do our you know, our cultural ways, and you know, I would bead, and that would keep my mind busy. I learned how to sew, so then that would keep my mind busy. And then you know, practicing, you know, our culture helped me. Being involved in the culture helped me. It's hard. A lot of my family would say, "Oh, you look so happy. You're so happy. I never would have known you're going through that. You know, you wear this mask, you know, you wear this facade because you don't want no one to know. I don't want no one to know the things that I go through, the deep, dark things that I go through. And just being in those situations where you just don't know if you're gonna live, and you know, you're like, or you're gonna get blown up. And I'm just a res girl. I didn't ask for that. But, you know, I guess that's what I signed up for. So today, you know, I want to do good things. I want to help. When people ask me to do work, and I do it for free because I'm like, I'm good, you know. I don't have much, but, you know, here, you know, it's got good feelings in it. It's got love. You know, I love my community. I love my tribe. I love everything about our people and what we are.
Thank you for those words, though. Like, not even for the camera, like, thank you for those words, because just out of the good of your heart, you wanted to help me. And I'm just glad I met you, because I don't...
Gee, you make me cry now. I know how you feel. I want my legacy to be, Shelby was a nice person. And she could make Omaha much. So... Oh my gosh, there you go.
You don't move your arms, you just do that.
Done. Is that Fortnite? Yeah.
3 years ago, I went to speak to students at a local high school, and Shelby's daughter, Sydney, was there too.
I have it right here. I never see like Native American like role models and stuff. Well, my mom, but like someone kind of near my age, and it inspired me like to work harder in school and stuff and stay on track. Like, you inspire a lot of little girls and other kids like to be better and stuff.
I wanted to talk with some of my peers about what life was like for them on the reservation. My friend Jure has a unique perspective because she is two-spirited, which means she identifies as having both masculine and a feminine spirit. How do you carry on some of our traditions and stuff?
I pray. I sage the whole house. I just don't sage my one room. For me, it's more different since I can do either or.
So because you're two-spirit, you're able to perform both the man and the woman's ways.
Mm-hmm. Like if I wanted to touch the drum, I could.
Mm-hmm. Have people started treating you differently since you started identifying more as a female?
Yeah, a lot of people treated me differently. Some kindly, a lot with hate and negativity. But I had to grow thick skin long time ago. And I had to go through a lot of stuff on my own. In the end, people grew to be more accepting and open-minded to my choices and stuff. So, yeah. You ready for powwow?
Don't say it like that.
Are you ready to dance?
I'm real ready to dance. I haven't finished beating my my contemporary marks for my jingle dress. I have to finish beating those, but my Omaha marks are done. My relative Marissa knows so much about our people and our history. We talked about the forced eradication of our culture that happened when the U.S. government put children into special boarding schools, and how that has contributed to the historical trauma that's passed down in our families for generations. What does it mean to you to be an Omaha woman?
So for me, being Omaha Wa'u, it means that I have a beautiful relationship with food, with seeds. It means that I've delivered my sister's babies. It means that I take care of other women. It means that I have unconditional love for creation itself. It also means being a warrior, and being a warrior for our language, for our culture, to fight for our people. And we have to bring back that way of thinking, less individualized. I remember as a little girl, I did something and I was like, Dad, I did this, I was really excited. And my dad scolded me and he said, no, you don't talk like that. You always say we, because in some ways we're always doing things collectively.
Your grandmother went to boarding schools. How has that affected you personally? Do you believe that historical trauma was passed down to you?
I think historical trauma does get passed down. I also think resiliency gets passed down. My grandmother, all she knew was our language and her family. And then all of a sudden, she didn't have any of that. As she was told how to pray, how to think. She had my father. Then she had 2 other children, a girl and a boy, and adopted them out to a white family. And in her mind, she thought she was doing something good. She dealt with a lot. My grandmother suffered from alcoholism. There's definitely trauma that was passed down to my dad. And he was never mean, never cruel, never abusive. But he had that inner pain that he couldn't get rid of. He also struggled with drinking. But I had a really hard childhood too. And I had a lot of privilege too. So it's a balance, but there was a point where I was suicidal. And so there was a lot of trauma, historical trauma in my family line. But what I do know is that it stopped with me.
How has our practices helped you heal?
When I go through really hard times, I sit with my tobacco and pray, and I feel and I sing songs, and those songs connect me to creation and then help me heal, help me be able to keep moving forward with love and kindness, because that's what's hard. It's easy to be bitter and cruel to people. If someone puts all their pain and hurt, because they're hurting, they're not well. and they put that pain and hurt on me. Now I carry it, and then I put it on you, right? It moves, it has a life, it moves among people. And that's a sickness. But if I take what you threw at me, sit with it, pray with it, and let it go out of love, then it's gone. Yep. It doesn't keep moving anymore. And that's a form of medicine.
I kind of woke up with a heavy heart today just because like I wish all my relatives could be there to witness that for me, especially my loved ones that's passed on. But that's not the way Creator made for things to go, and that's fine, because regardless of if I see them there or not, I know that they're still gonna be there with me.
You look beautiful. You ready to do your hair?
Just before my feathering ceremony took place, my grandpa Sam, Marissa, and I got into a conversation about a speech that I'd given at the United Nations in 2017.
What'd you talk about?
Oh, at the United Nations. Mm-hmm. Like, I spoke about the statistics on, like, suicide in Indian country and, like, the missing and murdered Indigenous women, and alcohol.
Why do you think that that's a struggle for us in Indian country and for the youth?
I kind of feel like a lot of us just lost touch with, you know, our home base, like who we were as a people, lost touch with our ways of life.
Mm-hmm. It's all tied in because they dismantled our belief system and our way of life and those original teachings that you're talking about that have been lost. They outlawed our ceremonies. They outlawed this way of life. The only time that we could practice our ceremonies was here, and we had to do it in front of white people. So the people tried to put all these ceremonies into this one time a year, and then mask it so that white people didn't know what they were doing.
You know, all these things changed, and it wasn't no gradual change like some things. It was quick like that, and we had to forget who we are as small people. And being able to find a little bit of peace of yourself is a huge accomplishment, and you're doing it. I'm proud of you for that. Just keep going. You're gonna stumble, you're gonna fall. You're young, it's gonna happen. And you're human, you know, and if we didn't have these troubles in our lives, then we wouldn't have, you know, ceremonies to help us heal. We wouldn't need those ceremonies, but we do. You know, growing up on a res, you know, I've seen those things. And I'm a product of a lot of abuse, you know. And for me, one of those things was being sexually abused as a kid. And being burned by my own father at 8 months old. You know, you look at all those things, I should be a serial killer or something like that, you know, but for some reason Creator, you know, said, no, I don't want you to be that way, you know, but I'm gonna give you some things that you have to look at, you have to go through to be who you are today. But it's good what you're doing, proud of you.
We did not film my feathering ceremony because of how sacred it is.
My granddaughter here has some gifts that she wants to give out.
I was so excited and overwhelmed and happy when Shelby gave me my feather. It was such a beautiful moment that I will never forget. Right now we're at Powwow and we're about to have the first grand entry of the weekend. That's where all the dancers are showed into the arena for the first time. It's exciting for me because I finally get to dance with my feather. Our powwow, our annual Hidewachi, is our harvest celebration. But a lot of us see it as a homecoming. That's when everybody comes home to celebrate together. You know, seeing all of our tiny babies dancing, or seeing our golden age dances still dancing. It's a beautiful sight. The feeling that you get in your heart, it's kind of indescribable. You spend a lot of time on the drum, so explain what the drum is so the people who are watching know what it is to us.
The drum, what it means is it's the heartbeat of our people and our nation. And Creator, Wakanda, he gave it to us to use for him. He made us his dancers and his singers. Then through that drum, the drum beat, we have our melodies, our footsteps, our footwork, our rhythms. Like, my spirit just feels uplifted once I hear the music, and when I have everything on, I feel like it's like a shield to me. Like, nothing can harm me in any type of way. Then I'm not the best dancer, but I try my best, and every time I get out there, I give it all my hardest. Like, it's my last time dancing.
On the last day of powwow, we always have a feast. We place our food on the ground to make a connection with Mother Earth and to thank her for what she's given us. We begin serving people sitting to the east, and then everyone eats together. Wakanda, our creator, he blessed me with the connection to our people, to our ancestors, to our homelands. It was hard to find at first, but when I found it, it was a feeling that no photo shoot, no runway, no crowd could ever give me. I won't be held back by what they call historic trauma. It won't hold me back because I will have properly healed myself from it. I'm trying to learn how to heal myself from not only things that I've been through, but things that everybody in my family has been through. You know, I can only heal what's in my heart, but I can also pray for everyone else's trauma, everyone else's pain to be lifted from them. To be a Native American is to be challenged. It is to be strong. It is to be intelligent. It is to be resilient. Being Native American is not to be silenced, but to be heard. To be Native American is to be powerful, to have a powerful voice for those who have lost their ability to speak. We need more fearless people who are willing to make a change. When you don't hold your words in, when you speak your mind, amazing things can happen. Widigushke Sibrewiga. They call me Shooting Star, and I am a Native American.